Now we're going to discuss about illustrations. It's my personal favorite department because everything that we do here can be made very visual. So sometimes I believe that we don't have to focus a lot on mind map, but do focus on a lot on visuals, because sometimes the image will speak a lot more than what your mind map is speaking about. So try to use great images from different textbooks, give it to us, and we will make sure that we will do justice to the images you provide to us. That much confidence I'll give you. So the first thing is ideal base image selection. Now why I say that this is a very important process is because you need to have a good reference if you want a good product at the end, right? So you need to give your illustrator a great reference. Although they are themselves either dentists or MBBS graduates, they still need to know what you are thinking about, and you will only be able to express them if you can give a great base image, right? Now if your base image itself is like a very dirty image which is not explaining anything, you will get back a dirty image, which is why I say give your time on this base image, because then you will not have to give multiple corrections to your illustrator. It will definitely save a lot of your time. Second, it should be from a reputable source, should be clear and of high quality, which means that try to get it from good websites or from good textbooks. A lot of your textbooks will have good images, mainly foreign author textbooks. Try to use that because it will be easy for them to replicate. I would prefer it's not black and white, but if you don't have any option, we'll make sure to do justice with even a black and white image. Use a base template which will be same across all subjects, which means that suppose you want to show a root canal, right? I would say that the color of the root, the color of the enamel, the color of the pulp has to be standardized across the book. So you need to convey this to your illustrator that okay, these are the colors I am choosing, and you have to make it constant across. There are some colors that we've already chosen because we've done a lot of other subjects, which is why choosing colors for everything may not be needed. For example, when we started biochemistry recently, we know that anything that's lipophilic has to be a certain color, lipophobic has to be a certain color, which means that this step is taken care from the beginning. It is a mutual decision between the subject matter expert and the illustrator, so that across the book you will get the same colors. Now, Canva illustrations. First thing is, where do you have to put it? Okay, so on your Excel sheet is your master document. On your Excel sheet, you will have something called as IB links. As soon as you click on that, you will be redirected to Canva. Now, Canva is another app that we are using. We are going to be integrating Canva and Xmind in order to produce our book. Okay, so open the illustrations link from this Google Sheet and it will redirect you to Canva. What happens on Canva now is that you will be able to see an illustration board. Okay, now illustration board is already set up for you. We will provide this illustration board for you, and it has two sides. We call it the white side and the purple side. Okay, so we want to make sure that before we start placing illustrations, we write which topic that illustration needs to come for. So earlier we discussed about serial number. Here is when the serial number is very important. For example, we are talking about external root resorption, right? So we need to know that okay, it's coming in chapter number 6, mind map number 3. So we'll write 6.3 external root resorption before we even start the topic, so that the illustrator know which topic he's working on. When tomorrow the design team needs your illustration, they know that okay, this is this topic, and it becomes a very seamless process. So I want to explain how this entire thing works. So you have the white side and the purple side. Now what do you mean by that? White side is the side where you're going to place your base images. Okay, so when you take the image from the internet or from any other source, you will place it here. Okay, when you are sure about it, you will take the stick mark, drag it and drop it inside. Okay, that means that this side is confirmed and you have given it to your illustrator. You have to make sure that you write a title on the image. Now what do you mean by that? If you're talking about external root resorption and you're putting a picture for that, write external root resorption here, because this is going to help the illustrator search. For example, he didn't understand your topic. We recommend our illustrators also go back and read about that particular topic. So to even read, they will need your keyword, right? And that keyword will only be there if you write a title over here. So please make sure that you write a title of the image over here, place the image, and then place the illustrated image. Okay. Now, as I said, rename the topic, and you will have to refit, like if your image is too big, Yeah. So you will have to resize this image in order to make sure that it fits on the left side of the image. Another thing that I would like to add over here is that you may have one image that has some features and the other image that has some other features. So in that case, you can put more than one image. So I could have put two K file images and explain to my illustrator that say I want the tip from this image and I want the base from the other image. So for reference, you can put multiple images, but your illustrator is only going to make one image out of this image. So one slide will just have one image at the end. Okay. Yeah. Now, detailed labeling must be there. For example, here, this is a prostho image and there is, say, a major connector, minor connector, whatever it is. So now, when it comes on the book, right, we want it to be labeled, right? So let's take an example of any image that is here. Okay. Now, here, if there is an image, I am telling the student this is attached gingiva, this is interdental gingiva, this is marginal gingiva, right? So that label of that image, you should try to keep it here on the base image itself, so that tomorrow when the person who's designing the book wants it, they can just use the labels of this image onto our illustrated image and it becomes a very easy process later. Okay, once the base image is finalized, as I said, we will take that tick mark. So the purple tick mark which was outside in the last slide is inside now, which means that I have finalized this image. I'm 100% sure about it and I'm going to assign it to the illustrator. Okay, so that's when I take this tick box and I put it inside. Now, while you do it, you have to make sure that your Excel sheet is the area where you track everything you do, because there are so many topics, you are bound to get confused. So suppose I chose that illustration, I have to parallelly make sure that, suppose I chose illustrations for topic number 1.1, right? So I have to make sure that I put my C over here so that it turns green, so that the percentage increases. This is after I choose the illustrations, in the sense that I have chosen the illustration from the internet. I have chosen the base image. Okay, I have not even assigned it to the illustrator yet, but I'm still going to make sure I track it on this Google Sheet, because at the end of the day, it will give you a lot of pleasure when you see that the percentage is increasing. Okay, now base images are supposed to be discussed. Reason is, if you have a conversation before you assign it to your illustrator, the illustrator understands the topic better, he understands your vision better, and he's going to be able to replicate it way better. So Dr. Pratiksha is the head. Okay, you have to let her know that I am coming in for a base image discussion. So I would say take 5 to 7 topics, decide what images you want, put it on your Canva board and come prepared for this meeting, which is called as base image discussion. In this meeting, you will have Dr. Pratiksha, who is the head. At the same time, you will have all the illustrators also, whoever is going to be assigned that particular topic. Our illustrators are already trained, which means that they have undergone a training period to understand what our standardized art form is, what our colors are, which software to use, how to use it, what brush to use, all of this. So they have been trained before they come in for you, and Dr. Pratiksha assigns the image to them. So suppose you came up with say 15 images that you need to be created, then you have to tell Dr. Pratiksha, I'm coming in for these many images, let me know who's the illustrator and who's going to do this job. Depending on their strengths, Dr. Pratiksha will allot illustrators, and you all will have a base image discussion. During the base image discussion, you should tell the illustrator, so see, in this diagram my main focus is the major connector or the minor connector, so make sure this looks like this. Or if you're talking about a particular shape, make sure you show the illustrator that this is base requirement, I need this to be there in my image, so please make sure it's done well. What happens is, this also ensures that the illustrator is motivated. At the end of it, they are dentists. We should make sure, as a team, that they also have a lot of say in the kind of illustrations they are making, and even at the end of it, they should feel that they have contributed to the book. It should not be that they have copied and pasted another image. They have it in them to make a beautiful image. If you give them great references, if you explain the topic to them, at the end of the day, even they should be able to gain something from us, right? So they should, at the end of the day, be able to draw that diagram, understand that topic by drawing that diagram, and we should help them do that. Okay, review process. Now, after the illustrator has drawn the image, they will put it on the purple side. That's why this was called as base image side. This was called as illustrated image side. Now, once they put it and you think that this image is fine, there is no correction in this image, is when you put the tick box which was outside inside. This is an indication for us that this is an approved image from you and no further changes will be made. Okay, but let's assume that you have a situation where you have to suggest changes. In that case, you will see a comments box like this on your Canva. You have to use that comments box and write what the changes are needed. For example, here it's written add arrow and labeling. So that was the comment that was given by the subject matter expert. You can say these colors are not okay, maybe some tooth is not looking like that, sometimes the mouth is not looking like the mouth, it's looking like something else. So you have the right to even scrap the image as long as it looks scientific. You can ask the illustrator to redo the image, we have no problem. Okay. Now, on approval, suppose that image is okay, right? That may be one image in that particular topic. But suppose all the image of macroscopic features of gingiva are okay. You have approved all of them, which means all the tick boxes are inside, is when you will go to the section of approved illustrations and you will put your C over here, right? So the first time that you put your C was when you corrected the content of the mind map, SME approved. The second time that you put your C was when it was choose illustrations, and the third time that you put your C was when you approved the illustrations, right? So all the dark pinks over here are basically the cue that these have to be filled by you as the subject matter expert. Please make sure that Excel sheets are on place. It really gives us a picture of what's happening in this subject. Okay, now once all of this is done, we come to the last phase and we'll discuss it in the next video.